Pokemon Aim to be a Pokemon Master episode 4. And yeah, I mean, it's one thing that I'm going to say is positive about this episode is that I already know, because of the preview from last week, that we're actually going to see some of Ash's Pokemon in this episode. Like, last week's episode felt really, really boring and bad to me. And we didn't even get to see any of Ash's Pokemon. Yeah, so I'm afraid that they are not gonna show all of Ash's Pokemon. They're gonna skip some. That's what I think now. I have high hopes that this show right here is gonna be Ash showing all his Pokemon, letting all of his Pokemon get some time in the sunlight, you know, and just basically bleed nostalgia. Because I mean, it's been like how many years? Like 25 years. I mean, this show is basically as old as I am. Yeah. So I was kind of wishing for that. But now my expectations are a lot lower after the previous 2 episodes. I think the first episode, super amazing. The only problem I had with it was that, you know, all of Ash's Pokemon didn't really get super big screen time. But, I mean, the Pokemon he had with him. But in that episode is the episode they got the most. So anyways, let's just go right into this. Alright, so he's telling a story of being attacked by Gyarados. Is that maybe talking about, you know, where he met that ghost child? Alright, that's cute. And I like seeing them with a little bit of different outfits. You know, at least they have a warm coat on them. You're like, God damn it, I want to see my Magikarp. So, I mean, destroying this ice might not be the best. Because it might actually be that, you know, naturally it freezes up like that, which creates a water dam, or an ice dam, I mean. Yeah, an ice dam, which creates like a good underwater lake for the Pokemon. Until it isn't as, you know, it isn't as cold. I think these are a little bit new, like we're getting a little bit more scenes. Obviously, a lot of scenes are the exact same, but the scenes that popped up, you know, those Pokemon, I think are new. Ugh. Then some of the legendaries. And Team Plasma. Dun, 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 dun. I wonder how this is gonna be in the English dub, which I guess is gonna come out in like 3 years, because I don't know how far behind the English dub is at the moment. I think it's super far behind. I'm not gonna watch the English dub. I'm not watching Journeys ever again. But I might rewatch this. With English dub. As you could probably tell already, like I'm not in the best. Like I'm in a lot of pain at the moment. But here's your shell. It's gonna be that bear. What's it called in English? Ton bear for tundra bear, obviously, but and it was afraid. Okay. It uses. Like I guess you can't control it. It like constantly uses, the move frost breath, I guess. Here comes Talonflame. And they are like, warm and nice. They looked sad, yeah. So I want to figure out what's wrong. Alright, here we go. Okay, so Megaton Punch is Mega Punch. Okay. I thought in the Misty versus Ash episode, in episode 2, when her Politoed used it, I thought, maybe it is Dynamic Punch. I said, no, Poliwrath can learn Dynamic Punch. And the way the move looks, it looks a bit like Dynamic, like Galactic Punch. But no, it is Mega Punch now. Unless Snorlax can learn Dynamic Punch, I actually don't know. And me just talking like that completely missed that Misty used her Starmie. So nice seeing Starmie again. And Fortress. Okay, nice. Oh, and all these just other Pokemon who were frozen. Great Blaze. Well, let's see. Okay, it's Fire Blast. It's Great Blaze. I was thinking first, like, is that... God, what's that move? It's basically a Fire-type Hyper Beam. That's what I thought first, but no, it is Fire Blast. Just look. Come on, child, let's get the fuck out of here. Maybe it's like, I'm protecting my tree stump. I mean, it's a good thing you have 2 Fire-type Pokemon with you here. To help, keeping people warm. When it doesn't mean to. Yeah, that is exactly what I mean. Alright, a little bit of a training episode. Training this wild, whatever it's called. Like, oh my god. Let me see if I can do something like that. Maybe you're gonna learn, instead of frost breath, ice beam. Are you sure you want to stand in front of it, Pikachu? Should probably move. I think it does. I think it knows that he's trying to help. I think everything it has done has shown Brock that it doesn't at least understand some of the intentions. Like, don't distract me, Pikachu. Oh well, I mean, you made some progress, so, I mean... Nice. They came in to save them. But the others... Could this be... Oh, I was gonna guess Ursaring. Oh, I was wrong. Okay, that looked reused. Like a good way, a good clean. Maybe also good for the metabolism. You know, those ice, like cold therapy. I don't. Oh, okay. So try and make something. Like a sculpture. Oh god, Brock. Brock is like, no Talonflame. This is getting a little bit too warm now. Because Brock seems to be sweating, and you don't want to sweat in cold environments because it reduces your clothing's like insulation. It only makes you colder. If your clothing gets, a bit wet from the sweat. I mean, I guess, isn't it like a little bit could be good for insulation because it creates like a little bit of like an ice layer, which is good for insulation. I mean, ice is a good insulator. But on Brock, it looks a bit too much. And Brock's like, come on, Misty. I mean, the fact that I yawned right there, I guess, shows what I think about this episode. This episode would be like a middle off the road filler episode in like Journeys or Johto. I think that is the level it is at. Which is not praise, by the way. That is not praise. I think Johto and Journeys are like the bottom of Pokemon's like shows. And this feels to be at that level. Which is too bad, since, I mean, we only have like 11 or 10 episodes, 10 or 11 episodes. And it being spent on something like this, I will say, and I mean, that shows that was a very, very strong ice attack. So this is a very strong tundra bear. But that this, I will say the positive is that we're seeing Ash's Pokemon doing stuff. It's not just Pikachu. So it is, you know, pretty much almost all of his Pokemon except for his Snorlax. Maybe Snorlax would be good, because I assume your Snorlax might have thick fat. He's like, oh god, I'm gonna create like an ice prison for myself so that I cannot hurt people. He's like, oh shit, I fucked up again. Everything I do ends in failure. No, at least it's protected Ash. He's like, oh, Fluffy. Oh, but he seems to have sprained his ankle. Just like, yeah, but what about you guys? I mean, what Thunberg could do, climb out and just get Talonflame, help Talonflame, and Talonflame comes in here and picks all of you guys up. But what is going to happen is that Thunberg's gonna create ice pillars, I think. Yeah, why wouldn't he? Come on, Ash. Why would you think Thunberg would be like... okay, I don't understand why Ash acted that way. It is a bit weird that we're not getting Snorlax. Maybe Snorlax is asleep. She's like, you know, I'm gonna let you sleep in your Pokeball. Because what I thought would happen is that he would have to learn. Okay, maybe, yeah. So this is how they're gonna make him learn to make pillars. Yeah, this is kind of like what I thought he would do. But I decided to make it so that he learns it as he's falling, instead of when he's down there focusing and then making a bunch of pillars so that they could, you know, walk up. I guess they went for more of like an action way to learn it, instead of the more, you know, like emotional way that they would have to do. You know, as he's down there, being like, okay, I now have to focus real good. But, you know, they decided to go for the boring action way. Okay. You know, to jump one more time, jump, yeah. This seems more off, you know, this is a bit more video gamey. than the, actual story, the good story way. This is more of like the video game way of solving this problem. Like, get out of the way. He learned to control it. Oh yeah, jumping down from, that must have hurt. So, oh okay, the other Pokemon. Pikachu's like, no need to be afraid anymore. He has learned to control, his ice powers. He's no longer the ice wizard that cannot control his powers, that lives in the tower, or has been forced to seclude himself because he only hurts others. He can now help. Maybe not even help. He can just not hurt anymore. And yeah, those grass types must be like super scared. Wow. Amazing. Oh, I'm watching Pokemon. Oh man, I hope this is a good episode. No, it's shit. Well, not the Bellsprout. The Bellsprout seems enamored. Seems like it wants a shell as well. Yeah, this is also good. This is stored water. Oh, what a good ending. Well, Latias it is still looking. Be like, this is a good trainer. And here we see the Magikarp climbing. Alright, well, Jesus, that was a terrible episode with only one positive. And that is that we actually got to see Ash's Pokemon, and they actually took part in the episode. It wasn't like the Misty episode where basically only Corphish really took part. The rest were just background characters. In this episode at least, there was a reason for them to be there. Maybe not for Snorlax, but oh well. I'm trying to think of any other positives, but nothing comes up in my mind. Well, I guess we got some cute faces from Misty. I guess that is another positive. And when I say a couple, I mean two. Oh. Okay, the 3 original starters. Oh, and the Turtle Gang. Okay, that could be fun. And it seems like the Turtle Gang a bit like Power Ranger with their outfits right there. Alright. The Senigame Fire Squad. Is that what Squirtle is called in Japanese? Senigame? Well, I mean, I think it's bad that as you're watching this, you think of filler episode. That is the only thing that comes to my mind. Which wouldn't be that big of a problem if this was just a normal Pokemon season where they have like 52 episodes every season and they do 3 seasons. Then I would understand, okay, sometimes you have to do some filler episodes and stuff like that. That's fine. And if the filler episodes are good, that's a big bonus. This, however, it wasn't a good... It feels like a filler episode, but it's not a good filler episode. I mean, the original show had a lot of filler episodes, but a lot of filler episodes were actually pretty good. You know? This... Yeah, it feels like a Johto filler, which is a bad thing. Especially since this is the last 11 episodes we have with Ash. So I think it should have a bit more, you know, like a beginning and an end. It feels like they didn't really plan on what they wanted. So they basically have like, oh, we're gonna have Latias in the, you know, at the end of the episodes to make the illusion that every single episodes are interconnected. Even though all of these episodes are just like Journeys episodes that we didn't do, you know, during Journeys. So we're gonna do them now, and then change that stuff a little bit about, you know, stuff here and there. Like they are Journey filler episodes that we didn't do. Okay, so we have these scripts. Let's change a little things here and there. And I mean a little things, like the characters or whatever. And let's release this as the last 11 episodes of Ash. That's what it feels like. And then they're like, oh shit, we don't want people to know this, so let's throw in Latias, you know, at the end. So maybe the very first episode is the only episode in my mind, actually, that is original to this. That probably wasn't just a Journeys draft. Because the level of the first episodes compared to everything else is night and day. It's like, what the fuck happened after the first episode? How could it take such a nosedive? But it did. But hopefully, it's just we are in a bit of like a bad period. Maybe in the second half of Pokemon Aim to be a Master. Oh, I can just call it Aim to be a Pokemon Master. Hopefully, the next half is gonna be better. I mean, yeah, sure. I looked at the ending. Oh man, that could be fun. You know, the Turtle Squad, Charizard, Bulbasaur. Maybe he'll show some 2 other Pokemon, or maybe it's just gonna be those 3 originals. Which, if that's the case, then oh fuck me, then yeah, Ash is not gonna show all of his Pokemon. All of his Pokemon are not gonna get, you know, the sunlight. Especially since he didn't show anything in episode 3, but oh well. Yeah, man. This does not feel like a good send-off for Ash so far. Well, you know what? Even if, let's say episode 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 are all 9 out of 9 episodes. They are absolutely amazing, great. It still is